My fellow Aries, hi, this is your May 2025 reading and what to expect. Your energy came up as a King of Cups in the reverse in the middle of your spread, and that has to do with wanting to speak your truth, and you've stayed silent for long enough in and around the situation, and you're starting to want to stand up and rise above the situation and state your perspectives in May. And you're going to rise to a higher vibration when you do, when you let your voice be heard. And that could be through self-expression, singing, cooking, dancing. You know, if you're producing content, you can channel that in a healthy high vibe way, you know. And if it's in and around situations where they were one-sided in the past, especially in the past 6 months, I feel like you started focusing and just staying in your own lane, working on your craft, and as you did that, you started fighting for the things that you your soul is wanting you to fight for, and you chose to speak up and create healthy boundaries and focus in the past 14 months actually, and you got your mojo back. Ace of Wands in the past year, and there's a lot of caring connections, new supportive relationships that elevated and they kind of push you into taking action on your ideas. You know, they're like kindred spirits. Some of them could be possibly even romantic, and for if it's a connection you've already had, there's a deepening of this in May, and you've opened your heart more and more to this connection. And if it's work, you definitely saw that what you put in, you get, right? So there's like a creative, passionate spark that especially in the past 2 weeks before you hear this reading, you've noticed, right? New opportunities, there's growth, there's potential there, and whatever it is that you're building, it could be a passion project. And you know, you are at an end, you've been reflecting, like, you know, some recent choices, and what are these, you're asking yourself, what are these lessons reflecting to me? What is it mirroring to me about my next step in my soul's growth, right? There's, you're using it to deepen your understanding at this time, and developing your intuition, and it's helping you stand up for yourself. It's helping you speak your truth. It's helping you to also reassess, okay, what am I going to do? I don't want to be overcommitting. I don't want to feel like I'm juggling. So I'm personally going through that myself with the Two of Pentacles in reverse, and that's great because it means you're cleaning up things, that you're noticing who and what situations bring you joy and who doesn't, right? And so there's this cleanup, spring cleaning happening in the next 2 months, and starting in May, and you're going to be taking stock of your life, and letting go of anything or anyone that no longer makes you happy. Aries, I'm so happy to hear that for us. And if it's finances, I think whatever you've been praying on, assistance is coming, and you will call in the professional assistance. If it's finances or a wise counsel, it could be a mentor, a guru, somebody, it could be a video, a book that lands on your lap, like where your personal needs you can get more advice through any of these means, right? Or it could be just you tuning into the divine and having that connection and being guided divinely and intuitively through that divine intel to move forward in your path. And you're going to develop and more compassion for yourself. You know, give yourself a break. Aries are doers. We're go, go, go. You're not a taskmaster, and you know, you're not a horrible friend if you can't commit to this or you can't make that, right? You're always that loving comfort for everyone else, and you always have everyone else's back. But if you have to fill your cup in May, especially towards the end of May, do that. Do so. Retreat. You're gonna get more inspiration, more downloads, uploads, transmissions, and if it means take time to focus on your well-being and your physical health and rest, because you could be, you know, Aries are known to have chronic stress sometimes, especially in matters in and around their head, because Aries rules the head, and Also, I noticed Aries, personally speaking, I was on a cycle of burnout, and that could have activated adrenal fatigue, which I don't claim that I have today, because I work on what I want my body to embody the energy. I watch the words and how I speak to myself, and that's something you're going to be looking at in May, moving forward. And your reading ends with the Knight of Wands in the reverse in the future. So this is you not rushing into any major decisions in May. This is you seeing the sacred signals, and really seeing the next steps, and how to best move forward in order to live your best life. So they're very subtle, and that requires the rest period that we just talked about, especially towards the end of May, right? So, you know, Aries, we're all healing our relationship to conscious mothering, and again, confirming that compassionate energy and finding creative ways to express the mother energy within us. Whether, you know, there's children around us or not, we have talent and higher purpose that we can develop if we choose that path. And trust that any sacrifices right now that are made for that soul expression will be worth it. Those are specific words I'm hearing. And it's you upgrading old fantasies to more authentic dreams and aspirations that feed your soul. You know, so focusing on what matters most to your heart, and embracing the depths within your soul. Give yourself that permission in May, moving forward, to commit totally to your higher purpose, and you're going to make exceptional progress, Aries. I'm so proud of us.